Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be building this dashboard using Microsoft Excel. So this is a hotel performance dashboard that is being built to find out how this hotel is performing over time, to find out the hotels that performs better, to find out if bookings change over time, and who their customers are and where they are booking from. The data that I'm using for this dashboard is not a real data, it's a sample data which I downloaded online from Cargo. I'm going to be sharing the data set in the description so that you can use it to recreate it. As you can see, it has a few columns and a lot of rows. So some of the questions we'll be looking at while building this dashboard is which hotel performs better? How do bookings change over time? Who are our customers? Where are customers booking from? And how many bookings were cancelled? So to start up, we're going to need to move our data into Power Query to clean it first. So to do that, the first thing you need to do is to go to your data and select from table or range and wait for it to load into Power Query. Our Power Query editor is opening up now. And we're going to check each column in our data set to ensure that this column has the same or the correct data type and functions it needs for this particular analysis to work. So we have our booking ID, the hotel names or type, the booking date, arrival date, lead time, night, guest, distribution channel, customer type, country, deposit type, average daily rate, status update, cancelled, 0 to 1, revenue, and what was the last one? Revenue and revenue loss. So the revenue loss simply means the loss in profit. That's so the loss of revenue, simply put, your losses in the business. So we're going to be using this column. When you check your revenue, you see it's 1.2. Select 1.2 and set it to currency. Do the same for your revenue. Yes, replace current. Come to revenue loss, set it again, and set it to currency. Replace current, because we want those columns to be identified as a currency column. So every other thing. Okay, so our date column is correctly placed as a date type. Our booking ID is in 123. So I'm going to need to move it from 123 to text because this is an ID column. We do not want a situation whereby this particular column will be calculated as a number column. Maybe if we want to do a sum of something or a count of something, it will then be summing it up for us. We do not want that. So any item that has an ID, any column you're working with that is being identified as an ID should be in text format and not a number format. So once you're done with all your cleaning analysis, once you're done with your cleaning, all you need to do is close and load. But we're not done yet. So I'm going to press Ctrl A to highlight everything. Come here to remove rows and select remove duplicates. This is just to clean up our data set. Come again to remove rows and select remove blank rows. So to ensure that everything is properly cleaned. Because sometimes you might not know you have blank rows here in your data. So once you're done cleaning it up, like I mentioned earlier, the next thing you need to do is to come to File and select Close and Load To. Select Close and Load To. Then select Add this to the data model. Select this, add this to the data model. This will enable you have more functions that in addition to the basic functions you have in your pivot table. So select add this to the data model and click OK. So in case you want to add an additional table, you can be able to work with it without making any major changes. So how do you want to view this data? View it in a table format and select add this to the data model and click OK. Now your data will be loading back into Microsoft Excel. So always use Power Query for your cleaning process. It is faster, it is easier, and it is more efficient. So our table has been loaded back, and we can see that our table has about 919,000 rows. That is a lot of rows. So I'll just close this to the side. If I need it, I can turn it on. So this is the table we're going to be working with now, which is clean, not the original table anymore. So this is the one we're going to be working with. Select your new table, which is the cleaned one. Go to Insert, and then insert a pivot table. Select from Table or Range, select New Worksheet, and select Add this to the data model. Let's go back. Insert, select Pivot Table from Table or Range, and then select New Worksheet, and then tick this Add this to the data model and click OK. Select Insert, then select a pivot table from Data or Range, then make sure it's still selected to New Worksheet, and tick this box, Add this to the data model, and click OK. So we're going to wait for it to form a new page where we can be using for our pivot table analysis. Remember, this is a very simple analysis, so we'll not waste too much time when we're analyzing this. And this is beginner friendly. So if you're a beginner, you don't need to worry because we're not using complicated calculations here. It's just a simple drag and drop method. So if you look by the right, we have our pivot table fields, and this pivot table field has 4 fields, which are the filters, the columns, the rows, and the values. So we're going to drag in our categories or text values here into the rows, and be dragging in our numbers into the values. So anything we want to use as a number or turn into numbers should definitely enter into the value field. So the first question we are answering is this: which hotel performs better? I'm just going to copy that question and paste it here in our pivot field. Before I do that, let me rename this as pivot field. Then paste that question here. Which hotel performs better? I'm just going to highlight it. So which hotel performs better? So select your pivot table field, and we're going to be using the hotel. Drag your hotel here to your rows, and then you drag, remember it's asking which one performs better, right? So we're going to drag the hotel and drag our revenue column into values. So we want to know which one performs better. So we'll have our sum of revenue, and it's split into the city and the results. Now the second question is, how do bookings change over time? So copy this and come to your pivot field, and let's paste it here. I'm also going to highlight it, just to highlight it. Now to put in our next pivot table, I'm just going to copy this first pivot table entirely. Make sure you're copying from the start to the end and paste it here. Now, how do bookings change over time? That is our next order, or that's our next the next table we're going to be working on. So come to rows, we're going to be putting in our booking date. Remember, it's asking us how it's changing over time. So select your booking date and drag it here to rows. Then you select your values, your booking ID, and drag it here to values. Remember, our booking ID was initially set as what? As what? A text column, so that it will not sum it up for us. So since we set it that way, when you drop it in values, it will give it to you as a count. So you have count of booking ID. Remember, they are asking us how it change over time. So we're going to do a monthly booking, how a monthly booking trend. Select your chart. Sorry. So select your pivot table, remove booking date, remove quarter, and remove year. So we're going to be leaving the monthly booking, and you can see it is properly set from January to December. That is it. We've set our monthly booking date. Now for this first one, we're going to right click on the first pivot table and sort it from largest to smallest. We're not going to be sorting from largest to smallest here in the time trend because we want it to follow in chronological order from January to December. That is it. The next question is, who are our customers? Come back to your pivot field and paste it here and right click and fill it in. So who are our customers? Let's fill the whole thing. So copy this pivot table. Always copy from the last pivot table. Control C and paste it here. Control B. So once you've done that, remove the items you do not need and remove the count of booking ID too. So in our rows, we are going to have our customer type versus we're going to have our customer type versus booking ID. So take your booking ID and drag it to values and take your customer type and drag it to rows. So our customers, we have four customer types here: the contract, the group, the transient, and the transient party. So right click on the count of bookings and sort it from largest to smallest. So I will know the hierarchy of our customers, like who among our customer type, who visits these hotels more, who visit hotels more. Now the next one we're going to be doing is, the next question is, where are our customers booking from? So Control C, come to pivot table and paste it there. Right click and fill it in. So let's copy this table, Control C and paste it here, Control V. Now to find out where our customers are booking from, you should understand that this particular question is asking about where these customers are living, probably their region or city or country. So on our own table we have a country column which we are going to be using. So remove your customer type and put in country under your rows. We're still going to be using the count of booking ID as we have here. So customer type by country, then right click and sort it from largest to smallest. So you have the customers where they are booking from, and your highest customers obviously from now pivot table is from Portugal. So you can see we have some blank spaces, and that means in this particular data set there are some fields that were not filled in. So that is why we have this blank. So we're going to leave it here for now. And the only thing we need to do right now is we can go back to our Power Query. Once you're working, you can always go back to your Power Query and make edits. You can always go back to your Power Query and make edits. So let's continue. Let's continue, please. So highlight this table. If you notice, you can see something else. These items, this particular table is very long, and I want to merge this particular question, where are customers booking from, with a map. So I'm going to do top, I'm going to be doing probably top 7 or top 8 countries where customers are booking from. So right click and go to filter, select top 10, and then from that top 10 reduce it to 7. So you have top 7 by count of booking ID and click OK. So it will just reduce it for you. I'm going to be merging it with a map chart that will show me the whole data. So where are our customers booking from? I'm just going to put it as top 7 countries. Just leave it like that, just to identify, help us understand that particular pivot table once we come back to it. So select this again so I can build the last one. Control C, Control V. The next question we're going to be asking is, how many bookings were cancelled? So Control C, come back to your pivot table and paste that question there. So how many bookings were cancelled? We have a column called cancelled. If you remember from our Power Query, mentioned it's 0 for cancelled, 1 for not cancelled. Okay, so we're going to remove the country, we're going to remove the count of booking ID, and come back to your hotel, drag in your hotel here to rules, and then drag in your drag in your cancelled here. So sum of cancelled. So if you check here, you see it has 0 and 1 city result. So this is not really giving us what we want. So we're going to be doing some little changes to make this work better. So to make those changes that we want to make here, I'm going to go back to my table, the table I'm working from, select query, and then go to edit, select edit. So edit will take us back to Power Query. So in Power Query here, you can see that we have the column here cancelled 0 to 1. So what we want is a situation whereby we are going to rename 0 as cancelled and 1 as, sorry, 0 as not cancelled. That 0 means it was not cancelled, and 1 as cancelled. So we're going to be using a function called conditional column. So I'm going to be using this one, column from examples. Select column from examples and select, first of all, highlight this column. Then select column from examples, select from selection. Now, once you have this, come back to your column and let's rename it first. And name it cancelled or not cancelled. Then come here where you have 0 on the first enter. Where you have 0 here as 0, just type in cancelled. Sorry, not cancelled. 0 means not cancelled. Then here where you have 1 means cancelled. Just as simple as that. Once you do this, you see that every other item will automatically be filled. These items you are seeing in gray is just trying to tell us that since you have set a rule for your conditional column where 0 is not cancelled and 1 is cancelled, you have to give it an example. Then it will automatically fill up the other items for you. So you don't need to be filling them one by one. So once you are done, click OK. So you have your cancel or not cancelled column. So 0 not cancelled, 1 means cancelled. Now, once you're done with that, please go back to File and select Close and Load so that you will have that column that you have worked on your table here. Let's wait for it to load. So it's been loaded. Let's check if this column is here. Okay, so we have it here. Oh, I just realized we also have a cancelled or not cancelled. Cancelled, checkout, no show. Okay, this is a checkout or no show. So we're going to have this with us. Let's see something. Select your cancelled, select checkout, click OK. Let's see, you have 111. Let's see, select checkout and click OK. Okay, so select all. We just want to check how that. Like I said, I made a mistake too with my spelling. So we're just going to make sure we correct all that before we continue. Okay, sorry. As you can see, we have our cancelled or not cancelled now. So So since it's been loaded, we go back, we've checked it. Since it's been loaded and we've seen the column here, now we need to go back to our pivot field, come to data and refresh. Refresh all. Refreshing all would help that particular column that we just added to show up here so that we can work with it. So now that it's been loaded or refreshed, select one of the pivot table. Let's check it out. select this one that you're working with. We're going to be doing hotel versus, sorry, we're going to be removing this cancelled. Then come to your booking ID, take your booking ID and put it in values. Then take that cancelled or not cancelled and put it here in column. So you have cancelled, not cancelled. So under city, you have this item cancelled and this item that is not cancelled. So let's right click on not cancelled and sort it from largest to smallest. So we're sorting it by the not cancelled column. We're sorting by the not cancelled column. So once you're done with this, I think that's the last question. The next thing we need to do is to bring in our charts. So for the first one, we're going to be using a donut chart to visualize this. But before we use the donut chart, I would love to change this into percentage. So highlight all of them, right click and set it as show values as percentage of grand total. Then come here and insert, come to your charts and select a donut chart. Drag it up here. Don't worry about the size. The next one is your how do bookings change over time. Select this. This is a count of booking ID, so we're not formatting this cell. Just insert a line chart. So we have your line chart. Let's go to the next chart, which is who are our customers. I'm going to be using a bar chart. So insert a bar chart here. Come to recommended chart. You see bar and select and click OK. Where are customers booking from? Insert, still going to be using a bar chart. Click OK. Scroll down again. How many bookings were cancelled? Let's select this, insert, and we'll be using a column chart. So recommended chart, come to column. We're going to be using this, we're going to be using a clustered column chart and click OK. So you have your city, you have your results. So cancelled or not cancelled, this is just it. Now, the next step we're going to be taking is to format it properly. Before we format it, let's come back to our customers country where these customers are coming from. Remember I told you that I would love to add a line chart. I would love to add, no, sorry, not a line chart. I would love to be adding a map chart to this. So to add my map chart, I'm just going to come to the main table. I cannot use a map chart I cannot use a pivot table to generate a map chart. You can't do it in Microsoft Excel. So you need to come back to your main table, come to your map chart. We're going to be doing you're going to be doing country versus revenue. So highlight your country, then highlight your revenue, then come to insert and select map. Select field map and wait for it to load. So this item we have here is called our legend. So we're just going to wait for it to load properly. Make sure your laptop is connected to the internet. If not, this map will not load properly. So while we're waiting for it to load, let's go back to our pivot field. So come up, scroll up. We're going to be customizing this particular data now. So come here to insert, sorry, come to page layout, and you have a variety of colors and themes for your particular analysis. If you're not okay with this, you can go for other types. You can go for other types of colors. You can go for other types of themes. Okay, so I would love to use something like this. Let me try this. Come to home. Let's check our color palettes. Okay, so I'll be using this particular theme color for my analysis. I'll be using this particular theme color for my analysis, the chocolate. So for your sum of total revenue, this one, first thing you need to do to format this is to clean it up is to come to this button and right click, select hide all field buttons on charts. Then you just have to rename it. Select your slides, your donuts and drag it to the right. Come to total. delete the item, the information inside here, and rename it as, say it which hotel performance, hotel, or you can even set it as questions. Which hotel performance? Which hotel performs better? You can frame it as a question. Then highlight, reduce the size, set it to the side, and drag it up to the middle. Make sure it is centralized. Which hotel performs better? In fact, to even make it better, let's highlight everything. Right click, come to home, and change it to italics. So which hotel performs better? Which hotel performs better? Select your slices. The bigger one will have a darker shade. So right click, double click on one of the slices, right click and come to fill. And we're going to be using this last color palette. So I'm going to be using this dark chocolate versus a light one. So select this other one, right click, come to fill and use a lighter shade. Now select that same chart, come to your plus sign and set in your data label. I want this data label to be like a call out, so I'm just going to drag it out. Do the same for this. So you have your results and you have your city for the hotel performance. If you do not like this particular color palette, you can always change it. Just come back to your page layout, come to colors, and then you can actually change it if you find a better one. Let's see the color palette this particular team gives us. Mhm. So I don't really want to use any red, so let's select this. Right click, come to fill, change it to this. I think I'm just going to stick to the previous one, which is this. I actually want something chocolatey, so let's come to fill again and look for something a little bit not too dull but brighter than the other. Good, I think this is better. I can do this for the second one. Right click, fill, and bring it here. Good. So it will have a brighter color shade to it. Remember your color theme. Now we're done with this. Which hotel performs better? You have seen the city and you've seen the result, and you've seen your data type being applied. That's the data label. So select the same chart again and right click, format chart area, come to fill, come to border and select rounded corners. Once you are done with that, right click on your chart, come to, okay, you don't even need to right click. Once you've selected rounded border, come here and select no line. So we do not want to have any line to our, okay, sorry, select solid line. Let's go back. Okay, rounded corners, come here, right click, come to outline and select no outline. So you have your charts right now. So once we put it on a darker shade background, you will see the rounded corners showing very well. Now let's go to the next one. How do bookings change over time? So right click on the booking ID, and hide all field buttons on charts. Remove this particular legend by the side. I'm going to also remove my grid lines. Select the chart, come here and set it to rounded corners. Select the line charts. I'm going to come to underline settings. I'm going to set the color to the color shade I'm using. So I'm just going to use a darker color for it. If you don't like the darker color, you can use a lighter shade. Just use a good color of your choice. I'm going to remove the width to reduce it to 2. Then I'm going to make it a smoothed line, not jagged. Smoothed is good. And reduce it. So you have your monthly bookings trend. That is, how do bookings change? How bookings change over time. Make sure it has the same formatting as the previous one. So come here to home, reduce the size and make it italics. how bookings change over time. So we're done with the second one. The third one is who are our customers, and this is a bar chart. So for who are our customers, I'm just going to drag it up a little bit. First of all, rename it, double click, delete it. Who are our customers? Or since we, yeah, who are our customers? Control A, right click, sorry, come to home, reduce it again and make it italics. Now we're going to drag it to the middle. Now come to your booking ID, these buttons, hide all few buttons on chart. We're going to remove this item on the horizontal. I'm going to remove this legend, just delete it. And I'm going to switch this tab so that the longest will be up and the shortest will be under. Before I do that, select your charts, come and set it as surrounded charts. Remove go to plus sign, remove the grid lines, then come back to your chart settings, expand this arrow, select vertical category as this, select this last option, which is the axis options, come to axis options and click categories in reverse order, and you will have your chart reversed nicely. Now select the bar chart because we're not done with it. Right click, no outline, remove outline. Then for your fill, use that same color we've been using for our chart as your fill. So select it as your fill. Now scroll down to your count of booking ID. You can see this is a bar chart too, so I wouldn't be making the same formatting as I did for this. I won't be going through that steps again. So go back to the first bar chart you have created. This applies to any other charts. When you have two identical charts, you can just copy one formatting and paste on the other. So this first one, copy it, Control C, come to the second one and paste it there. Can you see that it just formatted everything? It was formatted nicely. I didn't change. Come back here, come to plus, put in your data labels and set it as outside and so that the items will be outside. Do the same for this. Put in your data labels and set it outside, and it will be easier for you if you make all your settings in the first one before you copy the formatting to the next one. Now select this first chart, right click and turn off the outline. We don't want the outlines. For your field, everything is okay. Everything looks okay. So for this particular item, you can see the size is, comes back to home. This is 9. If you, let's pin this so that we can see what we're doing. If you select the second chart and select this, you can see that this is 10. So the sizes are different. So we want a situation whereby they both have the same. So come back to who are your customers and increase it to 10. Increase it to 10. Do the same for your total and make sure that your total is doesn't have the same. This is fill. Sorry. Go back to text. Let's say it has the same color as your other chart. Basically we don't want any color riot here. So we have done where are customers booking from. That was the next bar chart that we've copied the formatting. So double click and instead of saying where are customers booking from, because I'll be merging this with another one, I'll just say top 7 countries our customers are booking from. So you have a nice heading here. Make sure you centralize it if you want it to be in the middle. Let's go to the next one, which is our count of booking ID. For our count of booking, for our how many bookings were cancelled column, we're going to first of all rearrange this because we want the longest bar to start first, right? So come to your column label. This happened because it started with cancel, which is the lower number, and then ended with not cancel, which is a higher number. So we want not cancel to be first and cancelled following. So come to your column labels, expand this label, this particular arrow here, come here and sort it from Z to A, and you just, all you need to do is just switch it, and you can see this particular thing has applied here. That's actually corrected itself. So come to plus and turn in axis title, turn in your axis, sorry, not axis titles, turn in your chart title. So chart will come out and rename it how many bookings were cancelled. Control A, reduce the size and put it as italics. Now come on your chart, right click, hide all field buttons on chart. Select the inside chart, come here too and remove this, delete it. Come to plus and remove the grid lines. I really do not like the grid lines. Then adjust the inside chart. Just select the inside chart and adjust it, drag it to the middle. So the next thing we're going to do now is to set the bar chart. So select the first one, which is not cancelled, right click and come to fill. We're going to be using that darker shade. Then we're going to be using a lighter shade of filling for the smaller chart. So we have our cancelled and not cancelled. Select this chart again, come back to your format shape, come to border, scroll down and select rounded corners. Now right click again and select outline and no outline. So you have everything basically arranged right now. Everything is well arranged and all we need to do is to copy it out. Copy and paste, that's all you need to do right now. So come back to our table. Let's look at our map chart. You can see our map chart too has properly formed, and from our map, see the darker areas are where we have more bookings and the lighter areas are where you have very less bookings. Sorry, more bookings or more money got into the company, and the lower amount is where you have losses. So come back to your sheet one or create a new sheet right now, which we'll be using for our dashboard. Rename that sheet dashboard, enter. So for your dashboard, to build our dashboard, come to a new blank page that you've created, come to page layout, remove the grid lines because we want it to be plain. Then highlight all the page by clicking this arrow by the side here. Just the top right left hand side of the page in between column A and row 1. This item, highlight it. Then come to home, fill. We're going to fill in into the light color of our choice. Just fill it in there. As I actually am aiming at a very light brown color. That's what I'm aiming for. So you can select this for now. Come to home. I think this is what we use. So select this, please. Then come to home. Select more colors because for me it's still, if you look at the shade, it's still a bit dark. So I want it to be something close to white, but not white. Drag it not all the way up. So you can see the color difference, the shades, the difference in shades. So I don't want it to be close to white and I don't want it to be close to that brown. So let's click OK. So our background has a slight brown hue to it. If you're not okay with it, still go back to more colors and look at another shade. Really shine and click OK. Oh, sorry. Highlight all the page first before you do that. Come back to your fill and select that second shade. Just a slightly darker hue. Then we're going to put in our column header. So insert a text box and draw text box over. And we're going to be naming this Royal Hotel Performance Analysis. Let's take for instance the name of the hotel is Royal Hotel. Royal Hotel Performance Analysis. So highlight it and increase the size. I'm going to make it a bit bold. Drag it up. You can even change the font, the color of the font to match the color you've been using so far if you wish to. Now select this and right click. We're going to remove our fill, no fill. We're also going to remove the outline, no outline. So it will just stand alone on its own. Area performance analysis is ready. Then we'll have to then bring in our charts. So come back to your pivot field. We need to copy out all these charts. So select them. I'm just going to close this. Once we need it, we can open it again. 1, 2, 3. Scroll. I'm holding down my control key as I'm doing this. Okay, then Control C. Come to your dashboard and paste it there. Control V. Let's drag it up. So let's scroll down and see the other items. This one, I just realized that I have not put my data label. So select this and put in your data labels. So it's going to just be on top of the chart. So let's arrange our charts. So I'm just going to take my line chart and draw it here. If you put in data labels on your line chart, it's not going to be bad. So that means you have to remove this one by this side too. So like this one can have more space to breathe. So drag it out so it will have more space to breathe. So drag it out. So I'm going to also be using what we call KPIs, key performance indicators. So I'm going to be creating a space for it there. So how bookings change over time, which hotel performs better, the top 7 countries our customers are booking for. I'll keep it by the side because I'll be merging it with our map. How many bookings were cancelled? So I'm just going to drag this up. Let's close this first. Then who are our customers? Just drag it here. Where are our customers booking from? So let's drag this here and arrange it to the side, just under this. Right click on this and turn off the outline. It seems it has an outline. So reduce this. Sorry. Expand this a little too. Then take this chart. I'm going to put it under here. So top 7 countries our customers are booking from. So I want to ensure that all these charts are properly arranged and have almost similar formatting. No outline, please. Then come to your table data and copy this out. Copy this field. Control C. Come to dashboard. Come back to your dashboard and paste it there. So let's adjust it. So I think it's loading. Select the chart, right click, come to outline and remove outline. Sorry, it's loading. So let's wait for it to load. Right click on this chart, select format chart area, come to fill. Sorry, not fill, come to charts, select series revenue. That's where you'll be able to set the color of the map because I want it to have almost the same color with what we're working with here. Come back to these 3 items, expand your series color, expand series color, and select your color. So I'm going to be using this color. Just going to set the darkest one. So we'll have our map by the side and the top 7 countries our customers are booking from. So what I'm going to do right now is to select this map. I'm going to be working on this map a lot. Select this, not a lot, just small little settings for it. Let's save this work first. So select your map, right click, right click and come to fill, select no fill. Do the same for this, right click, fill and no fill. No fill. For your chart title, you can rename it where are our customers booking from. where our customers are booking from. Highlight it, come to home, and come to reduce the size, make it italics just like the rest, where our customers are booking from. So one thing with the map title is that you cannot adjust it, so it's just going to be in the middle. And you have this, the top seven countries our customers are booking from. So we just want this to be together on one side of the panel. And what I'm going to do to even make it more distinct is to add a shape under it. So I'm just going to insert a shape under this. Before we insert a shape, under this, we're going to readjust the dashboard, that's the canvas size, because it looks like this is going to be too small for our item. So I'll reduce the size to 90. Then I will insert a page. 90 is okay. The size to 90. Then I will insert a shape. This time around, I'll be using the square shape that I'll be using for one side of the panel. So drag it up over here. It's going to stop at Z. And we have our panel by the side. So our map chart will be here and our top 7 countries will be here too. So highlight, next, format shape. We're going to remove the outline. We don't want any line around the shape. We're also going to change the shape color to the darkest shade of the color we are working with. So select the shape. Let's close this. Select the shape, come to shape format, come to send backward and select send to back. So the shape will be behind the map chart. So select your map chart now and drag it to the side like this. So we have a map showing us where our customers are booking from. Then select these top 7 customers, where your top 7 customers are booking from, adjust it to the side and place it here. So if you notice, you can see that it's a bit dark. So we do not want that to happen like that. Let me expand this panel a little bit. Try to fit in both our map and the bar charts under it. So I don't want it to be this dark. I'm just going to select first of all, select your X and Y axis titles, right click, or not right click, just come to home. Let's pin this so we can use it to make any adjustment you want to make. Come to text and select a lighter shade so it will show. Do the same for your data labels. Do the same for the top 7 countries. Can even make this one a bit darker. Top 7 countries our customers are booking from. So expand this, bring it in and expand it, raise it up. Don't hot. So you have your top 7 countries our customers are booking from. Bring it down a little. Take the title here. There's this particular title. Let's bring it down a little so it doesn't obstruct the map chart. So drag it down. Then take this title and adjust it to the top a little. Now drag this back up. But I'm just going to take it to the side here. No, please put it back to the middle. Middle center. That's center to top. Now drag your let's drag this map chart up. Take this one and drag it up too. So you have your map chart nicely set. See, I'm just going to drag it down. So let's see if we can move this chart, this our title header down. Yeah, we can. So bring it down, still adjust it. No, bring it down. Select the inside chart and bring it up so we can have a space between this. Then drag this one down. So you have this like this, top 7 countries our customers are booking from. Then this one, just raise it up. So you have your title beneath it. So instead of just saying top 7, I'll rename it as the top 7 countries our customers are booking from. Let's close this first. Expand this. Let's take it down again. I don't really want it to have any interaction with the main chart itself. So you have a map chart that says where are our customers booking from. Then you have this that says the top 7 countries our customers are booking from. Just going to reduce the size a little. Then scroll up again. Where our customers are booking from. Highlight this. Come and change your text color to this. Select your legend. Also change the text color. Just we do not want it to be too light, so select this one. Then come back to this particular chart. If you notice, you see that the bars are very dark and we don't really want it. So select the bars, right click, come to fill. We're going to fill it with a lighter shade of, so either you use this or right click, come back to fill. So if you want to make your bar chart lighter than this, just make sure you select the bar chart once, and once it is all highlighted, expand this and click on the bar you want to use. So in this case, I use this particular one. If you want something lighter, you use another bar color like this. So I'm just going to stick to that first one I used. Now that we've finished working on our bar by the side, let's arrange our chart. So bring this one to the side here. Let's close all these tabs. Let's close this one up. Bring this down here. Bring this here too. Then bring this down too. We want to have a little panel by the side for our slicer, and let's close this. So yeah, how bookings change over time. We're just going to drag this. I'm going to take this up and keep it here. Take this one here, put it here as our trend. We're going to also use, remember I mentioned that we're going to be using a side panel, or we can simply scrape it. Let's put it. So we have how bookings change over time, which hotel performs better, who are our customers, and how many bookings were cancelled. So we have our chart, we have our column header. It's time for us to bring in our KPI. So insert a shape. So we're going to be using this rounded shape since our charts are rounded too. So bring in your rounded shape. We have 4 KPIs we'll be using for this particular analysis. So let's copy this one, 2, 3, 4. So we want the KPIs to have equal spacing between them too. So for my KPI, like I said, I'm going to have one for total bookings over time. But before I set out my KPI, I need to format one of the shapes first. So right click, come to fill. Let's use that lighter fill. Come to um, outline and no outline. So I deleted the other shape so that I can have one shape to format and then either copy paste. But I think I will just be using this one shape. So take that one shape, you change it, right click, fill. I selected the darkest shade, that's the same shade I used for this, and then dragged it out here. I'll drag it out here. Then for my hotel performance analysis and the title, I'll increase the size a little bit. Then this is where I'll put in my slicers by the side. I'll use a year slicer for this and probably another one slicer. So let's first of all put in our KPI. So put in our KPI, we need to um, copy the last pivot table you created, Control C, come to a blank new page and paste it there. So we're going to be naming this particular page KPI. This will be our KPI page. Select this, come to Pivot Table Analyze, select your field list, and then remove the items you do not need. So remove the items we do not need. So for our KPI, we're going to have 4 total bookings. We will have total bookings. Then that total booking will be our count of bookings. So drag your booking ID here to give us total bookings. Then drag in your total revenue and also bring in your total guests. Drag in your guests here. So you have your total guests, you have your total revenue, and you also have, we're going to have one more, which is the average daily rate. So drag your average daily rate and put in here. Sorry, not average daily rates. Remember, we're checking the performance, so we also put in our we didn't work with this much because I just really wanted to make this simple. So we're going to put in our revenue loss. So drag your revenue loss and put it here. Put it after sum of revenue. So sum of revenue loss. So you have your sum of revenue, you have your revenue loss, you have your total guests. So these 4 items are what we'll be using for our KPI. Now before you start picking your KPI, come to pivot table and analyze and expand this option and make sure you have this generate get pivot data unticked. Normally it will be like this. It will have this tick, but untick it. Make sure it's not selected. Once that is done, go back to your dashboard and insert a text box. We're going to be using a text box to pick our item. So text box will be for both our title and the value. So Control C and V. We're going to be having 2 text box, one for title, one for value. So the first one is for total bookings. So select the second item and come to this formula tab and say formula bar and say equal to, go back to your KPI and select just select that total bookings, count of booking ID and enter. So let's do it again. Control C, Control V. Just copy that same text box and paste it here. Now come to equal to, clear it, equal, come to KPI field and select your sum of revenue and enter. Now copy this one to Ctrl C, Ctrl V, VV. I think we need it in 3 places, so we're just going to put it here. And as we're working, we'll be adjusting and formatting. Put it here and put it here. So you have your total bookings. This one will be total revenue. Then we have the next one will be our revenue loss. So copy this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, just drag it under. We're going to clear the item here and come here and say equal to, come to KPI field and select your revenue loss and enter. You have your revenue loss. Now come to total bookings, do the same. Instead of what we have here should be our, let's see, our KPI, that's the sum of guests, total guests. So come back to your dashboard and rename it to total guests. Copy this, Ctrl C V, paste it under, delete the item inside and say equal to. Make sure you're selecting while saying equal to. Then come to KPI and select total sum of guests. You can see the 4 items are in there now. So it's time for us to do what? It's time for us to adjust it. So come to the first one, make it big, a little big, not too big. Then make it light. Don't want it to be too pronounced. Select the box itself, right click, no fill and no outline. Okay, so you have your total bookings. Still come to home again, make it a bit bigger, and the box is too small for it, so we're going to expand the box, make it bigger. So you have your total bookings. So come to home, centralize it, come back to home and make it lighter. Okay, let's use that darker shade, please. So you have your total bookings, you have your total revenue. So select, okay, let's go back to total bookings. Come here, make it, select the lighter shade of it. Then come for your total bookings value here. Select this one here. Right click again, outline, no outline, fill, no fill. Then the text inside, we're going to centralize it and we're going to make it larger than the first one. So let's make it at 18, make it bold, and then change the font color to a light shade of maybe white. Let's make it white. So drag it like this. So you have your total bookings, which is this. So you have total bookings. Then for total revenue, instead of changing it one by one again, just come to home, copy format painter and paste it here. Select this. Let's pin this home tab again so we can format all of them. Pin it here. So format painter again, paste it here. I think I pasted in the wrong place. Select this one again. Format painter, paste it here. Format painter, paste it here. No, let's go back. Format painter and paste it here. Now let's do the same for this second one. Select this. Make sure you're saving your work. So select the second chart. You're going to format painter and paste it to the rest of them just like we did. Format painter, paste it here. So basically just do it for the rest. Let's adjust it. So select the first line, one, two, hold down your control key, start from here. Select the shape itself, one, two, three, and four. Then come to shape formats, come to align and distribute horizontally. Then do the same for the one under it. One, hold down your control key, two, three, four. Come to align and distribute horizontally. Align again and align to bottom. So for this one, expand it. Oh, no, not align to bottom. Let's untick, come here and expand it. We're still going to align it again since this one was not properly expanded before we started our alignment. So one, two, three, four. Align, distribute horizontally, and align again. Align to the bottom. So you see they're all in line. This one, you just drag it out like this. This one, we'll reduce it a little, just drag it out. So you have your total bookings, total revenue, revenue loss, and total guests as your KPI. We need to insert something else. Let's insert a line chart to separate our KPI. So select a line and draw it here in the middle so it will serve like a divider. Make sure it is 90 degree, 0.9. Make sure it's 0.9. I can put it at 0.9 and put it at 0 so it will be in a completely straight line. Now come to the line chart itself, right click, format shape. Now let's come to transparency. Before we put transparency, let's go to the shape color and select this dark, not too light, a bit dark. Let's see this. So we don't want it to be too pronounced. So let's select this and then we're going to increase transparency. Increase it a little bit more. Then for your line size, reduce the size to 1. See, I just made it a little bit tiny. I can make it 1. Then copy it, Control C, and 1, 2. I think we need it in 2 places. That is here. And select this, copy the second one, and drag it down here. So you can see we used one shape and created 4 KPIs. So this is your KPI where you have your total guests, you have your revenue in loss, you have your total revenue, and you have your total booking. So for this revenue in loss, I'm just going to set the color from white to red. Of course, we need it to signify that this is a loss. I need to show that this is a loss. So I need a pink color. And for the revenue column, come back to your KPI field, select these two, right click, format cells. We're going to be formatting it as currency and click OK. So once you come back to your dashboard, you see that it has properly been formatted as currency. So you have your revenue loss as this, you have your total revenue, you have your total guests. Make sure you adjust all your title so they are well aligned to each other. So you have your total bookings, you have your total revenue, and you have your revenue and loss. So we're going to put in a slicer next. Select a chart, come to insert, select timeline, use it to filter dates. Okay. Set it to your arrival dates. So set your arrival date and click set your booking date rather, please, not arrival date, and click OK. So this is your timeline here. Now we're going to set it not in months but years. We want to filter it by years. So if you want to see information for different years, we use this. So bring it up. So let me show you how this is work. If you select 2015, you see this will change the data for 2015. Select 2017, it will change too. So what we need to do is select the chart so it will apply for all other charts. Right click, report connection, select all the pivot tables here in this field. And click OK. So once you select a pivot table, every single thing here will be affected, including the KPI, which is what we want. So we see information for 2016, 2015, 2014. This is just what we are looking for. This is just what we're looking for. So we need to adjust this slicer. Right click on your slicer. Okay, sorry, not right click. Select the timeline. Come to timeline options here. Remove your scroll bar. Everything will just show here. We don't even need the scroll bar. Remove the time level since we've already selected years. So remove the time level. Then the selection label, we need it actually. Okay, we don't need the selection label. Just remove the selection label. We need the header. So we're going to leave it here. But we're going to remove the header, the borderline, this orange line. So what do we do? First of all, choose a color of your choice. You can see there are different colors here that might really match your dashboard. So you can choose the one that will fit in nicely. And this one looks better. So see 213 have one booking, 214 very few bookings. So that is it for you. We're not done with the slicer. Select the slicer itself. Come to your timeline. We're going to modify it. So right click. Let's check this. Okay, so let's use this. Doesn't really need to be chocolate all the time. I'm just looking for a color that will match with what we're working with so far. So let's try this first. Right click here and select duplicate. So we rename it Royal Hotel or any name you want to rename it. Come to whole timeline, come to format, fill, more colors. We're going to select custom color. So we're going to be using the same fill for our background. So Control Windows Shift C will activate my color picker to copy it and copy. Then close it. Come here to my custom and paste it there. Click OK and click OK. Format it again. Come back to format. Check your border. Make sure I'll select no border. Come to fonts. Then click OK. Then come to header. Format. Your header is this color, so I'll use the same color we've been working with so far. I'll use this lighter shade of color which will tell us to select here. So select this color. I'll select this color. Now select this dark shade, this color. Come and set it to 9 and make it italics. Click OK. Come to border, select none. Come to fill. We're still going to use that same more colors. Come to more colors. Use that same custom color we copied earlier and paste it here. Click OK. Click OK. So you see how it's looking like all around. So click OK. Then once you've done that, come back to the expand this and come to that custom and you have this. So you have your booking dates by the side as your timeline. Now select that same timeline, come to timeline and you pick, instead of booking dates, delete this and type in select year. So select here. So anybody who is looking at it will know that, okay, this is a timeline for me to just select a year that will work for me. save your work as you're working so your laptop won't crash. So you have your timeline, you have your header. I always like putting a subheader. Like subheader is telling us what is this analysis about. That's what the subheader is saying. So I'll just copy this, Control C, Control V, and drag it under it. Reduce the bold, then remove the boldness, reduce the font size. Then you tell us what this particular analysis is for. So you can just put in a very simple analysis. So this is a hotel booking analysis created using pivot tables and charts. This dashboard. So, like I said, just putting something meaningful that actually relates to the project. I'm just going to randomly type in information there. Normally, here you should be telling us what your dashboard is about, maybe a brief summary of the problem you want to solve using this dashboard, what it is about, and what you intend to achieve with it. Just very brief. You don't need to say too much, you don't need to use big English. And let's make this. I love italics a lot. So this is a hotel booking analysis using created using pivot tables. Let's change the font type again. No, it's too light, so I'm going to use this darker shade here. So real hotel performance analysis. Let's make this bold. Now let's make it performance because we have both performance indicators here. So we have our dashboard almost ready. One thing that makes the dashboard very even more interesting is the presence of an icon. So if you have something like a company logo, you can just insert it. And so to insert an icon, just come to insert and insert a picture. You must have downloaded it already. You select place over cells and then select this device to ask for a prompt to prompt you to pick the particular folder you save that picture in. I want to pick from documents, icons. I have some pictures I have saved already. Just going to select some from there. For an icon that's somehow work for me. So let's select this and insert. Where are you? Okay. So you can put it by the side of your Royal Hotel Performance title. Just drag it here. Then take this and drag it here. So you have your logo here. So you can even customize the picture. Just come to picture format and see if you can correct the picture, just so that it will look similar to what you're working with. So you can see we have very nice color corrections here. And if I remove it, you will see it here. So real hotel performance analysis, and the title too by the side. So icon just gives, what icons does is to give it an aesthetic, view. You can even use icons for your total bookings, your total revenue, total loss. You can just put in icons. Let's look for icons that can help. Place over sales. Check this device. Go back to icons. Your total guests for demographics. Have your total revenue. So you can use this total guests, select, or let's select more. Have revenue, still go. We have this and one more, which is the total booking. So we can select one of this, select this or this. So let's select this and click insert. Come to feature format, come to color. Okay, before we do that, I think we need to select it one by one. Normally, when you're downloading an icon, you download the color you want to use. So you can have this as your total guest icon. Let's see if we have a picture for it, a color, if we can correct it. No. So you can actually correct it to a lighter shade. So let's go back to color first. Select a light color for this and minimize. So you have your total guest here. And this is for revenue, total revenue. Come to picture format 2, pin this, come back to color and select a lighter shade too. So of course we don't want it to be too large, just want something that will be by the side. So this, let's bring it in a little. So you have your total guest here, you have your total revenue, and then we need to bring in our revenue loss by the side. You can come to color again. See, one thing with this is you can actually come back to color again. You need a lighter shade. This is white. This is just recolor. To recolor it, change it to different variations. So you can actually change it. This is your revenue loss. Then the total bookings icon, bring it to the side. Come back to color correction and change it. So you have your total bookings. Normally, I love putting these things on top. So select your revenue like this, bring it in the middle, select your total revenue, and then take the icon and put it on top. You can reduce it too. It just adds impact, visuals. It just, when your viewers see it, know that, okay, this is talking about money. Then do the same for this. Bring it down a little, bring your revenue loss to down, and then drag this to the top. You can reduce the size so it's not too prominent, just make it small. Do the same for your total guests, bring it down, Do the same for the top and then bring the icon up. Just bring it up. So this is where Microsoft Excel has an advantage over Power BI, because in Power BI you need to, okay, bring this one down to select this. Excuse me. Bring it down. Select your total bookings. Sorry. Adjust it again. Select the total bookings and bring it down. And bring the icon up. I can reduce the size of the icon. So it's actually very easy to get these icons, to download them online. You can do all of that easily. So select the icons again. Let's select the icons. We don't want them to be too prominent. Select 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to transparency and reduce transparency. So you have your total bookings, you have your total revenue, you have your revenue loss, and you have your total guest. So very nicely done. Very nicely done. So don't make it too close. So as you're working, you'll be saving your work. So you can see that we've created something nicely, very nice, something that is also very simple and impactful. This is something you can just do within within 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, within 2 hours. At least for a beginner, you can easily sit down and follow the steps I have shown you step by step. Like I said, I'm going to put this data so that you can use it to recreate this particular dashboard. I'm also going to add the icons I use and a few other things I have used for this particular dashboard. So in case you found this very insightful, please follow me and share this video so that others can also watch and create something amazing like this. So this is where we end this tutorial, and I hope to see you when I drop the next video. Thank you so much.